Ego tripping across the universe. Here is Willy Wonka and that little twerp. Here we go, VTubers. Happy Bank Holiday Sunday on this pleasant spring, May bank holiday long weekend or whatever. I don't know where I am even, to be fair. I just thought I'd spiel something because it sounds good. It sounds like your old Gert has at last turned professional, VTubers. I've been trying to for years, but nobody will pay me. So it's all for free, VTube. So here I am with my cup of tea. I've got it here, all ready to go. And on the right, we have the eponymous Detective, Chief Inspector, Constable, Sergeant, Commissioner, Chief Commissaire, Officer, Ossifer, Wedgemeister the Wedgehog, the eponymous Satan hunting weirdo. And on your left is convicted, now in Her Majesty's service, jail, basically, HMP, convict, your Wilfred Wong. Weirdo Wilfred Wonger. So, before we start, I need to ask people, I'm reliably informed by one of my amazing commentators, that what I need to say is, can you please like, subscribe, and press the notification button, and this alone will appease the VooTube logarithms that if you don't, they unsubscribe you because they think you don't like me, to be fair. I'm unsubscribed to myself, so I don't blame you. But it would make old Gert very, very happy if you could just press the like button for me. I've got loads more coming as well. I haven't even got round to old Woko and Baldy Barry yet, have I? Do you know what I mean? Well, we've got the Constellation. I've got so many things I can review for your delectation so we can all have a little titter in our kitchen or wherever we are, VooTube viewers. I mean, it might be in the bath. No, who takes a phone in the bath? I don't know. So here we go. So we're going to start with the maniacal ramblings of these two bleeding nutters. Anyway, it's in slow-mo. It's about 1 hour 9 or something, 69 minutes. I'm not going to put you through that. I'm not. I'll skip forward. But I think you'll find that I have put a trigger warning at the start of this because you need a strong stomach to listen to this BS. Here we go.
Religious. I believe in Jesus.
Oh my God.
I think he protects me in the work I do.
He does.
And the more I do this work, the more I believe in him.
Right. What bullshit.
And
oh my days.
Look, this isn't.
He's on top of a very tall building in Balham, VooTube.
Jesus,
yes, he's in top of a very tall building in Balham, and he's talking like this, in that state. He's lucky he made it out.
This is like the devil.
To be honest, if I'd have been there, I'd have bloody well jumped.
We have seen the perversion in society.
Right.
Get bigger.
The perversion in society.
Bigger. And when we go on about
perversion in society of two middle-aged or even older than that grown-ass adults talking a load of smack for, as you see, John Wedger, the Wedgehogs Foundation.org. So give him all your money because he's going to chase Satan around the woods for you, VooTube viewers. He is! At Tesco's, Asda, and anywhere else he finds him.
Politicians, we look at people like Cyril Smith.
Yes, all dead. Dead. Right.
The intelligence services, in my opinion,
we want his opinion.
These blokes were involved in
satanic. They were. Yeah. Look at him. Look, he's tapping his fingers.
Knows.
He is.
What's going on?
He's like holding the bar up in Weatherspoons, isn't he? Look, hey. Look at him.
To act.
He's got a mug of gin, VooTube viewers. He's made me thirsty.
With him to stop this evil.
There we go.
He's not
I'm
going
better now.
to do it all for us while we sit back and do nothing.
That's it, John. Wipe the snot off your nose.
Unfortunately, largely as society,
my giddy aunt.
Over the past,
I'm like the Wayback Machine, VooTube viewers, aren't I? Way on back, way on down.
Doing nothing on SRA.
Right. They're
We
just so
have
obsessed with it, aren't
to
they?
take responsibility.
And of course,
And
oh,
when
shut up, Wilfred, you bleeding criminal. The thing about this is that, I don't know whether I've said that Bill Maloney was seeded onto the media, and he basically did Sky News. Everything he ever did was really Sky News, and a bit on YouTube. He was there shilling. He was shilling for the journalists to get the narrative out there, the controlling the narrative. And this thing, he had a very minor role. He was standing outside the Houses of Parliament, screaming his head off in 2013, in his own words, in a covert group to control the protests or whatever. There wasn't any protests. It was him, Bill Maloney, and a couple of other miscreants. And he tried to get a few other people involved to give him some sort of kudos. Bleeding idiot. And I think it was his moment in the sunlight, Vutu, but he's never quite got over it. And he just needs to relive those halcyon days when he was the Christ. He is the great Johnny Christ. Oh, Jesus. Honestly, my allergies are off the bleeding scale today, Vutu, so I want some sympathy. Here we go.
Take action,
and we're back.
God will step in and move
right
even more than he has in the past on this issue.
What issue?
He has been working.
I've got no tissues.
I've
used them all on my allergy.
Telling me about how they saw angels coming to help them when they were here.
He would have done, wouldn't he?
So this is not a case of him just simply ignoring their needs.
Okay.
In fact, I said
Willie.
to the SRA survivor,
little Willie won't go home.
Is the boss
you can't hold Willie down. Willie won't go.
To help you. I believe it's Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And the fact is that
right. He's on it today.
The power of God to help us.
Right.
To overcome these obstacles, which are huge.
Have you noticed that narcissists always get themselves involved with Jesus Christ because it gives them the veneer of sort of, in their crazy little minds, respectability? When, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think spirituality and religion are two completely different things, aren't they? Especially religion in its form. It doesn't matter what religion it is, does it really? Any of them, Buddhists, they're all there, all of them. Catholicism, whatever. I mean, I was born a Catholic. You can't help what you're bleeding born, can you? It is what you are, and we're all stuck with it. But spirituality is one thing, and religion is sometimes, especially when they're super religious, it's the province of ne'er-do-wells, isn't it? It's the hedge behind which they all go to hide. The thing about when you contemplate Jesus or God is that you might not really believe in any of the conformist religions, but I know, I'm going to overshare my life with you. When my son was in the critical care unit in 2012, I've actually prayed to all the gods. Every last bleeding one of them I did. So there's something innate in all of us, I think, to sort of sometimes want to call upon something greater than us when we feel helpless, maybe. I don't know. But for these two to hide behind their ne'er-do-well, nefarious deeds, which you will be elucidated along the way about your Wilfred Wong, if you don't already know, is, co-opting God. It's a bit like co-opting other people's traumas, isn't it, really? So here we go. Carry on. Oh, Jesus Christ. I've got Jeanette Archer after this one as well. Pity me, dear Vutu. Pity me. I want pity. I am a victim, you know. I'm a victim of all the isms and ists. I am. And you'll soon find out that I am a Satanist, according to John. Because if you don't agree with John, that means you're a Satanist, Vutu. Yes, it does, apparently. Bullshitter.
About very extensive infiltration.
Right. You're just pouring out another mug of gin, Vutu.
not at all easy.
John, don't lean too far over, for God's sake. I'm worried about you, dear.
But God is changing things.
He's had a few, you know.
I've seen how people are becoming more and more open to...
The sun was well over the yard arm, let's put it that way, YouTube viewers.
Talking about SRA.
Right.
You always have a few people who want to put their head in the sand.
I want to put my head in the sand right now. I want to put it in the oven, to be quite fair, listening to you pair of old twats.
Why
Go on.
People indulge in SRA?
I don't know, but I know you're going to tell me.
If we look at the testimonies that have come out...
Go on.
And even in the interviews
right.
that I've had with yourself...
Right. Now we're getting somewhere.
We speak that they eat feces, human feces.
Yeah, well, you talk human feces, John, so, you know, we're on the same page.
They eat
Go on.
aborted fetuses. They eat the intestines of... Don't
you think that any of this was real? He had any insight into it? Either of these two morons, right? They'd be having this conversation in private somewhere, wouldn't they? In a boardroom, in an office, in a department, in a university, or in somewhere, you know, in private. They wouldn't be doing it on top of a building during the lockdown across social media. Because John being John, it was on Facebook as well, and probably other places. God dear. He spreads himself far and wide, you know, YouTube.
Recently murdered children.
Oh, God.
With dead bodies.
Pair of sub-under par intellects.
Corpses.
Yes.
Sex with animals.
He's an intellectual lemon.
Basically, I used to sit in
Go on.
a lot as an evidence gatherer.
You do?
On
you did? Right.
They're vile.
Yes.
They stink.
Oh. It's funny because I always thought, have a day out, Gertie. Go and knock yourself out, girl. Go and get yourself about the place and sit in on some autopsies because you're going to be mesmerised, according to John. Prat.
Throw up. You can't help
I want to throw up now. I've just had my breakfast. Double eggs and bacon. 3 times.
That are indulging with sex with these
half a packet of chocolate biscuits.
Yeah. So
2 loaves of toast with butter, I have you know.
Yeah.
Anchor butter.
Human feces would
right.
make you reach and would cause all sorts of bacterial issues.
Yeah. Here comes
Johnny
Wedgie. Johnny Wedgie.
Corpse, you're gonna get a bacterial infection.
Go on.
You won't get from a living.
Yeah.
Can you see the real me? Can ya? Can ya? Dr. Willie and Mr. Dim. An idiot.
You know,
when he's out, no one notices him. He only goes out when he drinks his gin.
The damage that is inflicted
is it
on
me?
the children,
for a moment.
You know, sometimes it's lifelong with damaged wounds.
Send help, YouTube. Send help.
Ruptured bowels and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't sell this because it's just...
No, you can't sell it, but you'll have a good go with your foundation, won't you, John?
Why do they do it?
Why? Don't lean on that barricade, John. You're making me nervous, dear.
It's all part of the belief system. That's why I always say you have to call it Satanist ritual abuse.
You do.
People at least have a
chance
to understand what is...
Because you see, when people talk like this, and real survivors of abuse, and they sit there thinking, why doesn't anybody believe me? Well, look no further than your Johnny Wedger and your Willy Wong, your Willy Wonga, because with this all over social media, any sort of form of abuse that's less than this. It's like you'll hear him say later on, I only get all the time, I'm increasingly getting more people contacting me, and they've been satanically ritually abused. Anybody that knows the merest thing about Wedger knows that that is because it's confirmation bias. Because anybody that connected him was dumb enough to believe in him, that just had a minor something, surviving abuse as a kid from dodgy uncle or whatever, he didn't know. He weeded them out. He only kept the fantasists and the weirdos, and then he splurges out this BS. Here we go. And we're back. We're back.
This horrific behavior.
Okay.
The belief system is
this cretin on the left hides in bushes at Halloween in graveyards waiting for the Satanists. He's such a prune.
The real Satan.
Righty-ho.
Not the package.
Of course, nothing happened.
Mass consumption Satanism.
No shit, Sherlock.
Help mainstream it.
What do you mean, like people like
Anton LaVey, get him in there, yeah. Another one's dead.
Yeah, or
I'll talk about everybody that's bleeding dead. I think he's dead, isn't he? Probably happy now he's dead, actually.
Trying to present,
yeah, another one that's dead.
So that they can.
I think I'm dead now, to be honest, VooTube. I've died, and I've gone to hell. Oh my god.
Recruit more people. For example,
right.
Some of the Satanists in the USA have been able to convince
right.
people
to join the Scientologists.
Children to go to their after-school Satan club.
Oh yes, it's a thing.
Can you imagine?
Just stop you there. It's a thing in America. Can all my American commentators let me know in the comments section? These after-school Satan clubs. It's a thing, apparently, according to these two prats.
How naive people are.
Naive. You talk about naive. It's pot kettle black, Willy Wong.
Things like Toys R Us.
Tosaurus.
Were selling Ouija boards.
No, they weren't, John.
Yeah.
For young teenage girls.
They were only for girls.
Worse.
If you're a boy, you weren't allowed to buy it, John.
Mass recruitment of young people going on in the media.
Yes.
For example, Disney is going down the road.
He's just found about Disney, VooTubers. Hold on to your hats, everybody. He's just found out that Disney is rife with Satanists or something or other. It's painful.
They're presenting
a good view up your nose, John. Willy. I mean, they're such nice looking chaps, aren't they? Eh? You could take them home to meet your mother.
Witchcraft.
Yeah.
Well, I could, because she's dead. She'd probably enjoy meeting them.
Black witchcraft is Satanism.
What?
And so
they
are targeting children increasingly and more extensively.
Yes.
Through the big media,
my God, VooTube, stop! They're everywhere, Satanists, they're everywhere. They're in your teeth, they're in your hair. Oh dear, my God. I'm not going out anymore, VooTube. I'm going to stay in now. I'm going to nail up all my doors so I can't get out and nobody can get in. Because they're coming in through the light switches. They're coming in through the light switches, VooTube. Yes, they're coming in through the light pendants as well. They're coming through my TV aerial. Not that I've got a television, obviously. No.
I mean, what do they gain?
Money to your foundation.
To your
Go on.
recent question.
Okay.
Because they're brainwashed from young, if they were born into Satanism.
Yes, indeed.
To do this kind of things that we would consider horrific.
Right.
They get used to it.
Yes.
But also,
uncannily, they don't have any examples to hand at the moment, VooTube. No, we've just got to surmise and take their words because, well, they're so believable. Trust Wedgie. Trust Willy Wonga.
And there is a spiritual element here.
Righty-ho.
Because of the depravity of what they do.
Oh my God.
They are giving
He's digitally touching
an
me, Vutu.
open door
Righty-ho.
to
Yeah.
demons.
To demons, no less.
Influence their thinking.
Right.
Influence their actions.
Now here we are.
So they become...
We're at the crucial point of this whole torture, Vutu, because you've heard Mr. Wong there say that their thoughts influence their actions and one thing and another BS bullshit. I don't even know what he said, to be honest. Something like that. I mean, don't quote me on it. And it must have been a couple of months later that this prattle in the left went and abducted a child by knife point and is now in prison, Vutu, for like 27 years or some bullshit, right? And dear Johnny Wedger, on the right, the hero, the eponymous Johnny, he then gave an interview and said that he found Mr. Wilfred Wong an impeccable character, Vutu viewers. He's impeccable, Mr. Wong is. Yes, he is. Just because he abducted a child at knife point. I mean, that don't make him a bleeding weirdo at all, does it, Vutu?